What you doing, Merle? Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping back by. It is a beautiful, good Friday today, and I'm out in the yard working on things. Piddling is what I like to call it. So, it's been a good first week at my new job. Everything's went smoothly. Everybody's been good to me, so I'm blessed with that, and I'm also blessed to be off work today. I can't remember the last time I was off on, or didn't have to work on Black Friday. I think I've worked every Black Friday. Good Friday. I don't know why my mind gets those twisted, but this is a very important day, Good Friday, and we all know why. And anyway, I'm getting out here in the garden today and enjoying the weather. Hopefully you guys are able to do that as well. So anyway, I've been doing a little bit of everything so far this morning. First thing I done was I got over here and weed-eated this little strip of land here. This is actually our neighbor's property, but when she moved in, she let us have a little bit of yard here to do some gardening, and I had some raised beds over here that were next to the driveway. And the old neighbor, who was never she lived in a different state, but she actually forgot that she owned this house somehow. But anyway, she was giving us a hard time about I had a couple of raised beds right here at the edge of our driveway, and apparently our property went to the edge of our driveway, which is weird. I've never heard of that before. I always thought that there was a few feet there from where the driveway is. But anyway, our new neighbor thought that was crazy, and she just said, "You tell me how much yard over here you want, you can do your thing." So I'm very blessed that I'm able to have this little strip of grass here, strip of land, to grow more things. So anyway, rabbit trail there. But anyway, I am going to be sitting down and trying to plan out what I want to do with this vegetable garden area slash cut flower garden. I did a bunch of cut flowers last year, a bunch of zinnias, and I did do some corn. I did not do my pumpkins last year, which I regretted. So I do plan on doing those again this year, a few varieties. If you watch my seed haul video, I already have a couple new varieties of pumpkins that I'm excited about. So I'll definitely be starting those over here. Definitely cut flowers, and I might put a few vegetables out. Some cucumbers, maybe some green beans, and some squash for sure, because I like fried squash. But yeah, so what I've been doing was I got out the weed eater and cleaned all of this up around the fence, down the fence line there. I even got the handsaw out a couple days ago and cut these big limbs that were coming off this way. So I cleaned that up a bit. I also had some ditch lilies, or roadside lilies, in here that I got from my mom's house a couple years ago. She didn't want, so anyway, I just stuck them in here. But again, I have changed my mind, so I dug them up. I want to use all of this space in here for my vegetables and stuff, so I dug those up, and I'll show you a little bit later where I put those. So you might remember a stack of pallets that I had over here. We've been slowly but surely cleaning up and hauling off some of those pallets. Again, I used all of these pallets for the haunted house we did, or haunted walkthrough. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I do a little bit of everything on here, anything from Halloween to gardening to decorating. So if you're into anything like that and you're just finding my channel, please consider subscribing and share with your friends. Someone might be interested in that content. So anyway, what I'm working on now, guys, is this forever changing triangle bed, garden bed, that I work on every spring, and I always seem to be changing it. I can never get it right. But I am working on removing this white butterfly bush because it got way too big. There's all the limbs that I've cut back off of it. That's how big it was. But I'm working on getting it cut back and getting it dug out of here because I'm going to move it. And I might even move this Lorope grass that I've got down the sidewalk. That might be coming out of here too. If you remember last year, I loved these white roses that I picked up from Lowe's. They didn't have a name or a tag or anything on the pot that I got them, but I looked at Lowe's a couple weeks ago, and it looks like they have the same kind, so I'm going to go back and get some of those. And what I was thinking is maybe making this a little bit more formal right here. Maybe a boxwood hedge. I'll go back to my original thinking and original design that I didn't go with the first time. But I might put some boxwoods in here, a boxwood hedge, and then do the next layer in with these white roses. And then of course I'll have the centerpiece here. Not sure what I'm going to grow on that just yet. My neighbor across the street put this out by the road, so I went over there and snatched it up. Also in here I've got some pink Gara. Now I don't know how tall the Gara is going to get, so it might be too short in here to go, the next layer in, depending on how tall I let the roses get. But those could be getting moved out of here too. But anyway, just some changes going on with this little triangle bed. So yeah, I'm gonna get this dug up and I will take you along and figure out where we're gonna replant this guy. I think that's got it. Check out the root on this thing. It's only been there a year or two. So this butterfly bush has only been here a year or two, and the roots have gone crazy. Alright, so I got that thing out of there. I had to use my cutters and chop the root off there, but it should be fine. Shouldn't hurt it at all. I just got to figure out where I'm going to put this thing so it can grow and do its thing and not take over everything else. So I'll be thinking about that. So let me take you back here and I'll show you what else I've been working on. So I need your guys' opinion on something. So this was a frame to a greenhouse that my mom got me last fall, and I used it for our haunted walkthrough. If you guys seen that video, this was the alien research lab thing. But anyway, it's got kind of blown around in the wind, and I wasn't for sure if I was going to put the greenhouse part on it. Wasn't sure if I wanted that right here. I was thinking about putting it over there with the greenhouse on it, but I didn't know if that was going to be kind of a eyesore situation. But anyway, I've decided instead of doing that, I'm going to use this as a trellis, and it will stay here. And I was thinking about growing some climbing roses over it. So it's still got some tweaking to do. It's not perfectly straight, but I did put some poles in the ground to help hold it down. But I don't think it's going to blow away since it doesn't have that greenhouse sheeting on it. So anyway, that is my thought. I thought it looked pretty good here. I might even get some black spray paint and spray paint it. But I thought it would be cool to have some climbing roses over this and just kind of a walking path through here to the rest of the yard. Alright, so you guys let me know what you think about that, and if you agree with this situation, what color and what kind of climbing roses would you put on this? Now I do plan on painting the garage this summer. Keep going back and forth between white and black, but I think right now black is winning, so I'll probably paint the garage black. This trellis will be black, and I'll probably paint the arbor back there, or the pergola, black as well. So what color climbing roses would look good next to black? So I'm thinking pretty much anything would look good. So you guys let me know in the comments, what climbing roses would you grow? What's your favorite? Would you even do this right here? Alright, so let's go back here and I'll show you what I've done with those ditch lilies. We've got a Brunnera coming up here. It's starting to bloom with those pretty little blue flowers. Also have Bleeding Heart. Alright, so I don't want to say least favorite flowers, but those that are not like my top favorite, I've been kind of throwing them back here somewhere, like the Stelladora lilies and these roadside lilies. They've been kind of coming back here, so this is where I put them. And these are those dark red orange ditch lilies. Those are the yellow ones. Got a little patch of irises back here. I need to come in and clean up, cut all this back. This is probably my most hated plant shrub on my property. This is the privet hedge. They've had a big swimming pool back here, the previous owners. Thank God it was already removed before we got in. But that's what was back here before, and they just took privet hedge and planted a big old circle hedge around that pool. So it's too hard to get it all dug up, so each year I just go through and cut them down to the ground. Here's one of the stumps there that I was able to kill out. Alright, so it's always an ongoing job around here. Now here are some Macrophylla hydrangeas that actually it was one or two big ones that I divided, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of that. You might remember those being on the side there of the garage. So I'm wondering if I'm going to keep these here or not. So I've got a lot of work to do this spring and summer and even fall. This year we're taking off from doing our Halloween event, and we're going to put that money and time towards wrapping up some landscape projects I wanted to do and get done in the yard. So anyway, we kind of do that, our haunt, every other year. However, we will still, of course, go all out in the front yard this Halloween. So anyway, friends, trying to think what else is new. Irises here are filling in nicely. I told you about the arborvitae, the new arborvitae there that I just recently planted. Looks like we got a dead squirrel back there and parts of a dead rat. So somebody's been hunting around here. Here is the new plant. I think I mentioned this in the last video. The Amaria, also known as Thrift. So I like that color, especially next to the lamb's ear. I did cut back the miscanthus grass in there. I'm waiting to see if my black and blue salvia is going to come back. I'm not sure when that's supposed to... Actually, I think it is. Yep. If you guys can see that green there, that is the black and blue salvia. That might too get divided and moved somewhere else this year. Of course, I got the tomato cages and random flower basket thing here, protecting my fragile plants. Well, there we go. Got a peony in there that I'm protecting from the dogs. So yeah, guys, a little bit of everything today. Like I said, piddling in the yard, one of my favorite things to do, one of the best therapeutic things to do, right? If you know, you know. Alright, so we're now in the front yard. Not sure if I talked about this in the last video or not. I probably have. But as you can see, I have cut down the crabapple that was here. Never really performed that great, this tree. And the reason for cutting it down is it casts too much shade on this end of my landscape here. So by midsummer, everything would be lush and beautiful on this side, and everything would be sparse and not as beautiful on this side. So hopefully this year I won't have all that shade shading this end. So hopefully everything will be on the same page. I did get out here with the weed eater and redefined my garden edge here, as you can see. I have to get my mower started up soon, and I'm not sure when is the best time to mow. I know a lot of people are already mowing, but I've heard too that it's good to wait a little bit. So anyway, I guess when I get tired of it being a mess, I'll go ahead and mow. I did redefine this edge here. It's probably kind of hard to see. The candy tuft there, now in full bloom. And here is that new plant that I told you guys about that I completely forgot the name of. So if you know this plant, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, guys, busy this time of year, as I'm sure you guys are if you are gardening people. So if you want to follow along with my garden journey this year, find out what I do in the cut flower garden and vegetables and all of the new projects going on this year, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. And again, let me know what kind of climbing roses you would put on my trellis back here. So, alright friends, you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Hopefully you get a long weekend like myself. Happy Easter, and you guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.